Hey guys, AntVenom here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And today I'm going to be showing you guys the 14W03A snapshot. Now this is the second snapshot to come out this year, and I unfortunately did miss the 14W02A snapshot that came out last week, so I'm very briefly going to touch on some of those. However, I'm not going to spend too much time on it, and I'm aiming to get into the 03A snapshot here fairly quickly. So there was a couple of new blocks that were added into the game. You can see there was the andesite that was added in. There is the diorite that was added in, and then the granite that was added in, and then polished versions of the three. And these can be naturally found, and then there's also crafting recipes for these as well, but for the most part you're probably just going to find it via crafting. But it is interesting that it does actually implement nether quartz into crafting some of these. You know, it gives nether quartz a new use, and plus I think for this one specifically, you know, it makes sense because it adds that sort of orange tint to it. So anyways, another thing that I took a look into, but I couldn't quite understand, but I think I actually get how it works, I just wasn't able to launch it successfully, is the block data command. And what this allows you to do is it allows you to select a block that has NBT data that can be edited, and then you can actually add NBT data to it. So again, I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I do know that it is a thing, and if you are the kind of person who messes around with adventure maps, then you're really going to know what sorts of blocks and what sorts of things you can mess around with the NBT data of, and thus it'll wind up working out really swell for you. And another thing that was added is this ability to select entities within a certain area, and then the ability to select the type of entity. So if I press this here, you can see it found squid within a radius of 100. If I go ahead and I select chicken here, because there's one chicken that's kind of just chilling back there because I spawned him, then the chicken will be right there as well. So that's pretty awesome. And then there's this new slime block as well that's crafted in a 3x3 pattern with just slime balls, and then you get the slime blocks, and they are bouncy and stuff. And I think in the previous version you couldn't bounce on the edge of them even if you were kind of like in the center here, but now you actually can, so that's cool. But you can't bounce on the very edge of it if like part of your feet are on air or on another block or something like that, then you won't bounce. But if I'm anywhere in the middle here, and I go ahead and I set my game mode to 0, then bam, yeah, that's gonna work. Okay, all right, so anyways, let's go ahead and let's move on to the 14W03A snapshot. Now, when I was studying for all of this, the snapshot had just come out, and I had read the list of the things that had come out, and I studied them to the absolute best of my ability. So if there was anything that was missed, then please just bear in mind that it's likely because either A, it wasn't documented, you know, I took a look around, you know, the items and whatnot, and there wasn't really anything new. There's just a couple of new commands, which do add a lot into the game. So yeah, I just want you to bear that in mind, that this may not have absolutely everything. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and let's get started here. So the first new command on the list is called the fill command, and basically what the fill command allows you to do is it allows you to fill an area with whatever you want. So the first three numbers here are the X, Y, and Z. The second numbers are the X, Y, and Z of the opposite corner that you're going to do. So basically you're selecting two corner points, and it's going to fill in with whatever you want. And so I have it selected to fill in with water. And there is a note that this is a 5,000 block limit. I found this out while testing it. So if I go ahead and I do that, well, 0 blocks are going to change. Shut up, squid! Yeah, because this one actually replaces the same area with air. And the area down there didn't replace just because I was messing around with things earlier. And in order to fill as big of an area as I can. But rest assured, my selection area didn't cover what that water was doing down there. But anyways, if I go ahead and I do this, boom, it just fills it. You know what? Let's fill it with lava. Let's kill them. Yeah. Is this too close? Is this too close? No, that shouldn't be too close. All right, let's go ahead and let's kill. Wow. Okay, well... Okay, then I don't think that worked. Oh, wait a minute. Now it worked. Okay, sweet. I think slimes are dead. I'm just saying. All right, let's go and let's fill that back in with water, and let's go and let's move on here. So yeah, that is really quite something else. Oh, and then I also wanted to show you guys that it doesn't really lag things that much. So if I go ahead and I do this here, bam. Like, okay, so we'll give it a sec here. Let's see. Oh, I need to flip that there. So let's do that. So bam. Like, it really doesn't lag all that badly. If I go ahead and I hit F3 here, well, maybe a little bit. My FPS flips from between, like, the 70s and the 60s. So let's go ahead and let's turn that off, and let's see what it flips to after the fact. 73, 90. Okay, actually, maybe it does lag a little bit, but that's also 5,000 blocks it's doing, like, twice a second. So, yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's move on here to the clone command. And this command works fairly similarly to that one, except it has an additional set of arguments at the end. So basically what you do is you do the same thing as before. You create a selection with the first 6 numbers here. You do /clone, and then you create your first 6 points here, and that will select an area. In this case, it's going to select this house and a little bit of the ground. And then you go ahead and you select a paste point, and the paste point is going to paste at the northwest bottom. Well, it's going to paste at, yeah, the bottom. You guys will see what happens here. Let's go ahead and let's just do this up. Okay, so if I go ahead and I hit the button here, it is going to clone the selection, and it's going to just paste it right here. And then as you can see, again, as I said before, if I go ahead and I look out from this corner here, it's actually, let's see here, it's actually on the southeast corner. So it's not on the northwest corner. Northwest is out in that direction. It pastes on the southeast corner, and then it'll go up from there. So as you can see here, it pasted everything down, but it didn't place the torches because when I actually made the clone, there was no building there for the torches to latch onto. So if I do that a second time, the torches will actually latch onto it. And it is worth noting that this does hold the data of other blocks. So it'll hold any data from any command blocks or anything like that, which I find really, really awesome. And yeah, if you really wanted to, you could probably create an infinite string of like infinitely cloning redstones, you know, like redstone command blocks and whatnot, if you had like repeaters on the end here. And it's hard to describe what I mean, but my imagination is just going absolutely insane right now. But yeah, as you can see here, like boom, you know, it's a house. I'm sure if I put furnaces with items in them, they would still copy, because again, the data for any given block still does copy. It's really not that big of a deal. It works, man. And if I go ahead and I select this here, this fills the area up there, actually a slightly larger area than that, with air. As you can see there, it replaced 212 blocks, and thus they are all gone. And that is how the clone command works. And there's also extra data that can be added onto the end as well. That sort of goes beyond my range of understanding with you know, how this command works. I took a look into it, but I couldn't really find much. I'm sure there's a lot of information on the Reddit, and I'll be sure to link that in the description below, the changelog for, you know, on Reddit as well, because that thing is like ever evolving, and there's always discussion going on there. So yeah, all right. So moving on to the last command here. Now let's go ahead and let's just do that there. Okay. So what is it that I was going for here? Oh yes. Okay. So now with you know, when you're creating, you know, when you're actually teleporting people around, you can actually specify a rotational value with it. So if I go ahead and let's just say, you know, I do this here, it's going to teleport me, you know, to negative 10 blocks away, -0 on the y-axis, 0 on the z-axis, but it's going to change my rotational value. And I believe that these first two numbers are the y and then the z that it changes. So I'm just going to go ahead and, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to hit this button here. So as you guys can see here, my rotational value is at 10. You can see that little number that's sort of going insane right now. Like that's, you know, the rotational value, and then it's looking down as well. So if I go ahead, actually no, that wasn't the y-axis. So this one's not the y, this one's actually the z-axis. This one's the y-axis. So yeah, let's just go ahead and let's do this. So if I do this here, bam, 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 yeah. So what I have set up here is just a little thing that rotates me every redstone tick by 10 more. So 10, 10. I probably actually could just do it. Wow, I actually probably could have done this like this. Let's go ahead and let's try that there. So like by 10 and then 0. Let's give that a shot. Let's see if that works. So bam. Okay, well maybe not exactly. Oh, wait a minute. That teleported me 10 blocks away. Let's go and let's try this here. So let's try by just, you know, let's try it by 70. Okay, there we go. Boom. Okay, yeah, so that actually, if I go ahead and I hit F3 here, it didn't actually change me to 70. It just kind of changed it by 70. So I could have just set up an infinite loop with that. I'm kind of interested. I kind of want to make that happen. You know what? Let's go ahead and let's do this, because this is pretty much the end of this anyways. So let's go ahead and let's set up a redstone loop here. So bam. Actually, let's see. Redstone. I'm getting all sidetracked here, but I don't even care. I really don't care. All right, let's go and let's do this up. Bam, bam. Okay. And then bam. Let's see. So a 1 tick loop. All right. Oh, wait. No, that probably would be a bad idea if I could never stop it. That would probably be bad. All right. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. No, I don't think I want to create. You know what? Maybe at the end of the video, I'll make myself rotate like crazy. How about that? How about them apples? Let's do that. Okay, bam. All right. So moving on to the very last thing. This one was one I actually could not figure out. I'm not sure if I'm doing it incorrectly, but I tried. This was the majority of the time I spent while messing around with the snapshot. Is that now you could actually create player and entity selections within a cubic radius. So what I set up here was this little thing. And what this was supposed to do, or at least, you know, from what I tried, is that it was supposed to teleport the nearest player within this XYZ and then XYZ and then DX, DY, DZ coordinates. And it's supposed to teleport me a couple of blocks up. Let's see here. Yeah, it's supposed to teleport me 20 blocks up. But unfortunately, when I tried it, oh god. Okay, I didn't want to do that. Okay, I didn't want to do that yet. But anyways, yeah, it was supposed to teleport me 20 blocks up, but unfortunately keeps saying the entity UID provided is an invalid format. I tried just a test for command to see if it would recognize that I'm in the area or what's going on, and it doesn't work. Though if I do type in something like test for a notch, it's going to spit out the same thing, but if I type in test for AntVenom, then it is going to actually say that it found me. So I'm guessing that's just kind of an error saying that it didn't find me. So I'm not too sure what's going on with that. I tried, you know, making the coordinates a little bit more flexible, but I couldn't get it to work. I'm not sure if that's an issue with the snapshot itself or if I'm just a big fat nub. Chances are I'm a big fat nub, and you guys will be able to find the correct information that you guys need for that on the Reddit thread or on the wiki, which both are going to be linked in the description below. So yeah, anyways guys, this has been a pretty awesome snapshot. I really do like the cloning thing. The only thing I don't like is the 5,000 limit. I do think it would be cool if there was some kind of thing you could add on to the end to set your own limit on that, even if it was going to lag, because I know that there's a couple of things, things that I've worked on that would be good to have more than a 5,000. Like, I could understand if maybe like 100,000 was the limit, even if there was some kind of lag that was going on. But these are command blocks. Like, people can't just plop these down on servers that they don't own and, you know, create spammy commands. So, yeah. So anyways, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create this little, this little spammy device right here. Okay, this one, except I'm going to have it do it by one. And then like I really want it to go fast, so I need to create like a pulsar of some sort. Let's go ahead and let's do this up here. So pulse, let's just do the lever thing, just a very quick lever system. Okay, so bam, bam. All right, let's go ahead and let's set down the lever, just because I don't feel like creating a complicated device for this right now. Okay. Oh crap. Okay, well that didn't work. That didn't work. All right, let's actually go behind the repeater here. Okay, so oh, well, that didn't work either. All right, let's go a little bit slower on that. Well, actually, I probably should do it by about 5 now, then. Let's do 5. Man, I'm trying to do something cool here. Oh, my God. Okay, seriously. All right, let's go ahead and let's try that one more time. Oh, my God. Okay, wow, that's just going way too fast. Oh, and I know why it's going way too fast, because of that right there. Man, I'm so good at what I do. All right, let's go and let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Actually, let's do this. Now that I know it, now that I know what's going wrong, let's do that. Oh, man, today is one of those days. Oh, I know what I could just do. Why not just do this? Okay, let's make it as short as possible. Okay, and then turn that off, and then bam! Yay! Around the world, you spin me right round, baby, right round. And look, I can even still walk around like this as well, because it's only doing it. It's only doing like a relative spin, so I actually technically could change that if I really wanted to, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But yeah, so if you wanted to create some craziness, then here you go. Like, have fun with that. Let's go and let's break the redstone there. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed this really wonky, messed up snapshot review. Yeah, the clone feature, that's going to be really awesome. The fill feature, that's going to be really awesome. Hope you all have enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.